Hey everybody, Tim here from the Tactical Defender. Kind of a quick video. My lighting looks terrible, doesn't it? Oh well, we're gonna run with it. So, my good friend, Harleywood23. I'll have a link to his video in the box below. I apologize how I sound, definitely how I look. I am still fighting. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. It's bad. It's bad. It won't go away. But anyway, he posted a video. He was tagged by someone, and basically about you. 7 questions about you. 7 personal questions, mainly about YouTube. And then he tagged 3 people, and I was one of them. So Hollywood, thank you. I appreciate you thinking of me. And I will. I just wrote down the actual questions, but the answers, obviously, I know them, right? So, question number 1: why do I do YouTube? No clue. Question number. No, I'm just kidding. So, why do I do YouTube? I'm sorry. I do YouTube because the list is kind of endless, to be honest with you. I really enjoy, I enjoy the outdoors. I enjoy gear, backpacks, knives, camping gear, guns, flashlights, pouches. I enjoy pouches. I enjoy all that stuff. I really do. I like it a lot. I used to sell all that stuff a long time ago, and I closed it. And I really enjoy being outside. I could talk all day about gear with people. I used to supply people with gear from my website, obviously for marketing, for gear reviews. And then I closed it and I thought, why don't I do that, you know? I would like to tell you that a part of it was to make money, and you make so little money, it's not even funny. And it's not why I do it. The little bit every now and then that comes in is nice, but that's not why. I do it because I enjoy it. I do it because I like the connection. I do it because where I live, you know, even though I got some friends that are kind of into it, there's not a lot of people really into it. I'm kind of limited who I could discuss gear with, and I don't say show off because I'm not like that, but there's just so many reasons. And then to get even deeper, that there's another part of it. Obviously, you know, it's helping people do marketing. So there's a benefit to me because it's stuff I would buy anyway. Now, if you get into it to get free stuff, or you get into making videos like mine to make money or get free stuff, then you're sadly mistaken, because they're horrible reasons. It might be. They're horrible reasons. Some money will come, and some gear will come eventually. But there's a lot of work to put in to get to that. And if that is your only goal, if that is your only drive to make videos, this is just my opinion. I know this answer is going on really long. You're going to be found out fairly quickly, I do believe, and you're gonna develop a reputation. You're just looking for free stuff, and your heart's not into it. My heart's into this. Whether I'm sick or not, I'm still trying to do videos and be active. Back to what I started saying was, another part of this is that it's a history. There's videos. I have very little photos, no videos, and maybe a dozen photos, if that, of my childhood, of me as a baby or a child, let alone a teen. None of being a teenager. And I can't look back and show my kids someday, oh, look at me, this is me back then. And let's say something happens to me tomorrow, or something has to be next year, or 5, 10 years from now. My children will be able to look back years from now and look at the photo. Oh, that was my dad, or that was my daddy, and maybe show their kids, if YouTube is around. Now, is that why I do this? No, but it's just an extra what, I guess. Question number 2, where did my channel name come from? Now, I have talked about a lot of these already, but I'm sorry. My channel name came from the Tactical Defender. Was when I started selling tactical gear. Guns, not gun. I sold gun, everything but guns, gun accessories, packs, a lot of soft goods, knives, a lot of knives. SE, as I always say, was my biggest seller. Kind of why I really like SE too. That was my website name. Actually, it wasn't that. It was Tactical Defender. And when I went to get a YouTube channel, I was going to start videos. If you look at my first couple of videos, actually my first, I don't know, dozen or 2 dozen, were horrible. I mean, they were terrible, really bad. And that was obviously to market my website, to get people to come and buy my stuff off my website. And it didn't work out well at all. The website did good, but my videos did horrible. And yeah, since the website is since closed, and that's where I get the name, the Tactical Defender. I don't like the name, and if you've been watching me for a while, I don't particularly care for the name anymore because it really doesn't have a lot of meaning, because I don't have a website that's tied in with it like I used to. But I'm just gonna keep it. I'm just gonna keep the name. Number 3, how long have you been on YouTube? I want to say 2010 is what I created my channel. I meant to look this up before. I believe it was 2010. August or September of 2010. And I could be wrong, but it's been quite a few years now. I did a few videos. I kind of let it go. You know, I wasn't very active until, I would say, the last few years, 3 years, maybe 4. We'll go 4. But I want to say since 2010, it's now 2017. Number 4, what do I record my videos with? A camera. No. I am currently using, thanks to Ben over at Living Survival, I am using the Canon G7X Mark II. I had a cheap, when I first started, high definition almost didn't exist. So I bought a non-high def little flip out Sony hand cam or Panasonic handy cam, whatever they're called. And then I went from that, I went to a GoPro. But I wasn't using a GoPro, in my opinion, for what it was intended for. I wasn't strapping on a helmet. I wasn't putting on a motorcycle, a dirt bike, my car, nothing like that. I put on a tripod like my G7X from Canon is right now, and I would just talk and review stuff. And it has a super wide lens, and it worked for the time, but I eventually got rid of it. I bought a Canon. I wanted a full-size DSLR because I thought that was the way to go. Canon T5i. I bought a Rode VideoMic Pro. I mean, it was a nice setup. The problem is that I do the vast majority of my videos in the field, right? If you were watching my videos, I go hiking with it, and I'm carrying this big monstrosity thing. And it wasn't so much a problem when I used to put the tripod on my pack and bundle the camera and the microphone inside my pack. But then I started kind of doing these walking, talking videos or vlogs, and it's heavy holding it out because I was also using a 7-pound tripod. Remember that, 7-pound tripod roughly, and then whatever, a full-size DSLR and microphone. And then I went to the Canon G3X. It is kind of a bridge between the Canon G7X and the T5i. The only difference between what I'm using now, for the most part, and the G3X is that the 3X has a wicked, like a 600mm super zoom on it, which I never use except once, I believe. And then it also had the input for an external microphone. Why I said thanks to Ben from Living Survival was he was using the original G7X with the onboard microphone, and his videos looked flawless. In my opinion, they looked amazing. And the audio was amazing because I was so hung up on audio, I had to have an external microphone, and here I am lugging all this stuff around. And one video he was talking about, and I don't want to put words in his mouth, but you know, all that is not necessarily useless, but he doesn't want to have to deal with that. He just wants to get out and do his reviews, light, fast, something to that effect. And At the time, the G7X Mark II just came out. It has a couple better features than the original G7X. I'm very happy with it. I'm still learning it. My audio, I think, sounds really good. I haven't had any complaints. I did put a little wind thing on the top there to protect it from the wind. And again, G7X from Canon. I absolutely love the camera. And that's what I'm using. Do I make my own thumbnails? Yes. Obviously, I started with just the, when you upload a video to YouTube, they suggest a thumbnail. And I use that. It looked terrible, you know. And then eventually I would take a screen capture of my video and then write something over it, you know. It will look better. And then I was taking a bunch of photos of my products anyway and sharing them on my Facebook page and so on. And I thought, hey, idiot, why don't you just take a cool photo or a close-up photo of a product that you're reviewing and then write some words on there. And if you look back at my videos, you'll see the progression of how I went from what I was doing all the way up to what I do now. I'm very happy with what I do now. I've been doing it, I want to say, a couple years. Might be time to change it up a little bit, but the fact is, it works. They stand out. I have noticed other people, I don't want to say copying because maybe they thought of it and never saw my thumbnail, but I noticed others doing it. And what I'm saying is I see theirs. It pops out. I'm like, I thought it was mine and it was theirs. So obviously it works. I like it. I'm going to stick with it. All right. Number 6, do I do my own intros, outros to my videos? No. I use 2. I use Fiverr and I use Intro Champ. I use Fiverr for that quick black, white letters, tactical fender, thank you for watching, and there was a third one, please subscribe. It goes click it, bang, and it goes away, something like that. I use Fiverr for that. I actually used Fiverr a couple times and I wasn't too happy with it. The intro, the longer ones there, 10 seconds long, which I really can't get in the habit of using because the more I watch other people and they have it, I find myself clicking through it and I think, well, they all must be doing it to mine then. So I don't put it, but then I like to put it because then you'll know it's me. And when I was looking for the Intro Champ name, because I completely forgot the name. I'm sorry about that. I Googled, and there was a crap load of new websites that you can make intros and outros and this and that. So I think I'm gonna spend some time and kind of make, I need to change stuff up, which you really should, in my opinion. You should change things up maybe once a year, every year, at the beginning of the year, new intros, new outros, stuff like that. Okay, so Fiverr and Intro Champ at the current moment, that's what I'm using. Last question, number 7. I hope I didn't miss anything. Will I ever leave or quit YouTube? Well, yeah, I guess, right? If I die tomorrow, that's it. I'm not planning on it. I know right now things, and I explained in one of my last videos, things have been really tough. I got this thing going on. I ended up two days in the hospital, really sick with a bug. My whole family upstairs right now, everybody's sick, and it wipes us out. And I explained a lot of all this in my last video, but will I? Eventually, I'm guessing I will. I have other plans for other channels, believe it or not, 2 other channels. But I love what I do now, and I don't have the amount of time for this, and I don't want to stop this, so I don't want to do the others, even though monetarily speaking, or a financial standpoint, they will do better. Guarantee it. I will make money. So I'd like to slide one of those 2 in to what I'm currently doing, because this here is strictly about love, right? I mean, it sounds funny saying that. This is about love. I love doing these videos. I love gear. I love being in the woods, preferably with people, but I find myself alone most often. maybe it'll evolve a little bit when my wife and boys, because my wife used to do this stuff with me before we had kids. She used to be out there with me all the time. She loves the woods. She loves camping. She loves mountain climbing. We used to do a lot of mountain climbing. Small stuff, you know, up in New Hampshire, Maine, and so on. So, do I do this for money? Absolutely not. I have other plans to make other videos, but I will not stop this. I really like this. When my kids finally go to school or we figure out what we're gonna do, this channel is gonna explode. I guarantee it. If I was still alive, I'm gonna be making videos one way or another. I don't plan on closing this current channel. No plans whatsoever, okay? Thank you everybody for watching this. Any comments, any questions that I may not have answered or completely, I think, are over answered, leave them down below. I will have a link to Harleywood23, fantastic guy, wonderful guy. He and I are friends on Facebook as well, our personal Facebook pages. Great guy. I enjoy looking at his family photos and his kids. He definitely appears to be a fantastic father, and he makes great videos and a good husband from what I can tell. Thank you so much, Hollywood, and that's it. I'm sticking with it. My 7 questions. We will talk soon, everybody. I have some more videos coming very soon. All right.